Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Unpredicted Party, the only Middle-earth TTRPG that will finally answer the question, why didn't they just take the Eagles to Mordor? And we are one step closer from answering that question. Around me are my internet friends. Say hi, internet friends.
Hi, internet friends.
Let's address the elephant in the room. We have a very special guest. Please join me in welcoming my dear friend, Anna Maria. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, everybody. So excited to be here.
Where can the people find you on the internet? Because I always forget to, hype up my friends until the show's over, or I just completely forget.
Absolutely. You can find me on the dying embers of Twitter at only Anna Maria, same at Instagram and TikTok. That's 2 N's in Anna. And you can also find me at my website, annamariacreates.com.
Amazing. Hire her. Hire all of us, actually. That's the vibe we're going for today.
Please. I'm so poor.
So Anna Maria is going to be playing the role of Arwin, a role that I have previously played before, but we wanted to get her in. If you saw my San Diego Comic-Con from 2022 last year, the Arwin cosplay was supposed to be foreshadowing of getting her here fully a year plus later, and we are now right in the thick of things, right, everybody? We're going just like I planned.
Yeah. Totally fine. Also, you called her the elephant in the room. She's more like an elf-fulent in the room, right?
I thought you said that because
I thought that's what he said
sounds. Yeah, I thought your
did I glitch?
I was like, that's great.
Oh no.
I sound like elephant.
I wish I was that clever. You're all very kind in assuming I'm that quick-witted. No, we are going to go ahead and get started. Before we do, though, a couple of quick thank yous. Special thanks to Sarahmschunke, who does the artwork. You can find her at sarahmschunke. You can find the battle maps, which are typically done by Little Wit the cartographer. However, if we get to potential maps today, this one was created by me many years ago. 2.5. And don't worry, stop leaning into the camera. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And the battle maps are done by Little Wit the cartographer. I have to run through my script again, search his services on Facebook, and the music is created by Cullen Vance. You can go to cullenvancecreative.com for all of your music needs to support him directly. This stream is sponsored by The Rook and the Raven. Go to therookandtheraven.com for all of your TTRPG note-taking needs. Some of my players are modeling them now. The system we are using is the One Ring by Free League Publishing. And the recap starts as soon as the theme song ends. Is everybody ready?
Yeah. There'll be an intro this week.
Yeah. I did forget the intro last week. I was a little busy.
It's honestly, it was so funny watching that back and having 15 seconds of just, is this me or is it the video?
I still haven't watched it.
Hi. And oh, by the way, happy 1989 Taylor's version release day to those that celebrate. We are filming this on the most auspicious October 27th, 2023, a day which will be in all of our hearts as Swifties. Let's go.
You also now know how quickly we have to get these out because
I've got a
horribly
week to
caught
edit
up now.
This 2-hour thing. Yeah. Welcome to winter scheduling. All right. Theme song. Bum 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 bum. And welcome back. In the interest of not ripping all of our hair out, I'm going to just do a very brief recap for Anna Maria's sake, and I'll make it as painless as I possibly can. The Fellowship is dead. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Good. Anyway, the Fellowship is dead. Gwaihir has the ring, is currently ruling Middle-earth as their bird overlords. So now here we are in that weird bottle episode where Halloweth rolled a Gandalf for the final roll of the game and started talking to some rats who got some magic channeled in through.
Hold on. Yeah, but your brothers are there.
Oh, yes. Eladon and Elrohir are also there.
And they're a couple of wet blankets, and Tariel's not too happy with them.
Yeah, they're pretty lame.
You were briefly about to be some sort of lich. We fixed that.
Thank you so much.
Got you.
Oh, yeah, that was you. Tariel cut off Cat Sauron's head. So that was So Cat
and Beery's really upset with her for doing that.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a thing.
Also, the Nazgul are dead. They're not just like hanging around.
Okay, yeah, I was like, so what's the situation?
Yeah, no, they're gone.
Halloweth killed a lot of them.
I killed 5.
explained this so poorly.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That was like 20 minutes
through like different methods each time as well. It was like a sword trap. It was great.
We went through the paths of the dead. We went through the paths of the dead. We crossed over some very scary rope bridges, doing some very exciting acrobatics, particularly Tinel. Good job, Tinel. We got to the other side of the rope bridge. We saw a door we couldn't go through. Secrets were spilled, some of which didn't need to be spilled, it turns out. Then we spilled some more blood, then some more secrets. We got through the door. We thought we might be okay for a second, but then the Nazgul were there. Also Sauron. So Sauron stood aside and laughed for a while we fought the Nazgul. Halloweth killed most of the Nazgul single-handedly. Not single-handedly in the way that Elrond is single-handed, but he did his best as well.
That's also Halloweth's fault. Apologies.
Then they were defeated. I chopped off Sauron's head. Then Arwin tried to kill us for like a hot second. Then Tinel fixed that with magic and sophistry. And
Thor?
And then we went through another door. We found your brothers. They suck. And
the brightest. I
and
love
now
that.
you're just kind of you're just like there.
You know those Renaissance paintings where the women just have like fully naked with one, like one cloth. Yeah, languish. Oh, great word.
Yes,
great
languishing.
Word.
Like you've got
we
very
need
big...
a chiffon front for her.
Yeah, she's got like John William Waterhouse energy.
Siobhan. Sorry, that's been stuck in my head for 3 days, and that is also a very gay song. So, anyway, you know what, Charlotte? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna cut my entire recap. So now Anna Maria knows, and everyone else's recap from your part, because I just spent the better part of the last 15 minutes going out of order. I'll include it in the blooper reel, but I will not put it in this episode. So,
there was one very important part we all left out, which is that for some reason, being in the path of the dead, we're not cleared out on by what mechanism, but the animals are talking, especially Gorge, Beery's boyfriend. Gorge is like a gentleman and a scholar.
No, he's the best boy.
This is the best news anyone could have ever given me.
Yeah, Gorge talks.
Buckle up.
Gorge.
He needs a top hat and a monocle. He's that like.
And we used Gorge to be our our translator to the rat.
Ambassador.
He's an ambassador.
He's a foreign ambassador.
An ambassador.
Oh.
Should we get started with the episode? We were supposed to start 55 minutes ago. Let's do it. All right. 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Charlotte, for that lovely recap. I can only apologize for the horrible thing you're going to see on the bloopers several months from now. Whatever the frick that explanation is. Halloweth, we're going to start with you because you rolled a Gandalf last session.
I did.
Just kind of channeling that magic through those 2 rats that you found. And he kind of looks up at you and says, "Terribly sorry. How may we be of service?"
I don't suppose you understood the will and fetching the ghostly figures that I was trying to imbue in you before, did you?
Well, I certainly do now. Thank you for the clarification. I confess I would not likely be able to hold their attention. They think nothing of us animals.
No, understood. This is, I'm going to say, new for me, and that's a rarity. I don't suppose you have any kind of, with this new knowledge, any existential dread that I may have accidentally given you?
You are concerned for my well-being given my sudden come to consciousness?
I've realized that I seem to have given you part of my consciousness. We're speaking in a worryingly similar way.
Are we? You sound like a rat to me. Do I sound like an elf to you? Do I sound like you?
Yes, please tell. Okay, can I make a check real quick to know if
Inside
I'm
check.
speaking rat or the rat is speaking Elvish?
Yeah. Inside check.
Can I just look around to see the other's reaction for this?
Yeah.
John,
Anna Maria, the
you're
last
still
time we
hugging
tried
him
to
around
talk.
the middle, right?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's right. That's right. Because last episode you used Beery to channel
Yeah.
the nature. So Beery is still hugging.
Christ, I got a Gandalf for this?
Yeah!
Straight off the bat. Everyone drink. I guess I'm insightful right now.
Anna Maria, the last time we attempted to talk to rats, they were not so eloquent.
proof.
Hmm.
They were more like food,
Food, friends,
rat, meat,
food,
rat.
friends.
But we often,
Yeah.
But we often succeed in doing things through the power of friendship. So Beery and Halloweth have like the strongest power of friendship.
Dare I say
It's come off
Fellowship?
really well most of the time.
Yeah. So it was
Except for
them
when we switched
plus,
bodies.
plus
That was
Gorge,
the
I
time.
think. Wasn't Gorge also involved?
Yeah, there was some
Yeah.
Gorge stuff as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
With it sorry. With a Gandalf check, the rest of you are going to watch as you simultaneously hear the echo of thought of what Halloweth and the rat are saying in the common tongue, and also watch as Halloweth is going and making little
I am speaking
clicking
rat.
noise.
I'm speaking rat.
Hey, Hal, are you feeling okay? You're making all sorts of squeaks and squawks over there.
Are you not hearing this? Are you not hearing what I'm hearing?
Is he
and I
speaking
I go
in
back to the
rat
rat.
still?
Can you hear my dwarven friend?
Yes, he should be able to. One moment.
Kind of peeks around.
And the rat looks at you, and as soon as you make eye contact, salutations.
Oh, how you doing? I'm Beery. Do you have a name?
No, not as such.
We gotta change that then. How about
Very well.
this? I'll make it good. How about Ratchet?
Make a persuasion check for me.
No, don't not ratchet.
Come on.
Ratchet, it's
Is-
a handsome name.
Is Tariel still doing herb things to Arwin?
Yes, you are still doing the medicine
Okay.
check to Arwin, which did you roll? Oh no. Before we get to that, Max.
Are you joking?
Please.
You
Did
know
you
what
Gandalf
just
it?
happened.
I wanted to call him Elrond for the laughs.
There's a 6-2, baby.
There's a 6. That's an extra success.
Oh, it's Ratchet.
Ratchet, it
Ratchet,
is then.
name.
Yes, thank you very much. And for my companion here, and he sort of gestures his head to the other slightly smaller rat. This is my brother.
Who's your brother? Whoa.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like I can't be the giver of names or something. Gives Halloweth kind of a poke in the ribs, same spot.
You shall be Elrond.
Very well. I've heard that name before.
It's a noble name.
Has
Indeed.
Elrond overheard this part of the conversation?
I'm speaking rat.
Yeah, but we can all understand you.
Hang on. I got
This is bananas.
This
We're
is
getting
great.
like rat telepathy in our heads or
Oh,
something,
that's
right?
true.
Like,
Oh, please. I don't
That's a
care.
game.
I just.
I just want to show you all.
come on, guys.
That's a
We
Gandalf
had
again.
3 in a
That's
row?
Gandalf.
Who
That's
loaded the
3
dice
Gandalf.
today? Okay, so all right, so I get it. I'm gonna be rolling Eyes of Sauron today. That's what's gonna happen.
Well, there has to have
Chat.
balance.
Chat, get water.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Just get
Please.
water.
Yes,
Buckle
please
up.
get water, chat.
Hey, I just did a test roll. I rolled a 1. So
Nice.
All right. You
Perfect.
got it out of your system. It's fine. You watch as Ratchard looks over at you and says, Elrond, thank you very much. Meantime, you also hear Elrond from the background go, Halloweth? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. Can we-
I'd like to make a suggestion while she's still like smearing salve
Yeah,
on his
please.
How might he feel about Feanor?
Feanor the rat. My...
Strong.
You thought Elrond was a
Oh,
strong
no.
name.
Should we be aware of any names that have potential hidden meanings or dire consequences? Should
An
we be-
astute question. No. I would say no.
Call him
Persuasion check.
Anatar.
Persuasion check.
She's still a little salty over the fact that the rats were not helpful to her earlier.
They're pretty good now.
Yeah,
Name
Tinel's
a rat,
jaw
the,
is-
the mightiest elf name that's ever.
I rolled 2 6s and a 4.
He's gonna look at you and say, Feanor? And the other rat goes,
Ugh.
and there's just this little squeak, and They both seem to acquiesce to the new names. He's going to look back at you, Halloweth, and say, "Right, I assume you are in need of escape with your companions and the pregnant elf with the twins. You have
Yes,
quite
of course.
Yes.
To wrap business.
Yes.
We need you somehow. We have no way out of this. So either if you can return or find some way of fetching the ghosts of this particular mountain and bringing them to us, or finding some way of opening this door, we would be most grateful.
The door, I cannot say would open for us. Lack of thumbs, if you understand me. However,
Naturally.
we are in a cave. You do have sharp or blunt objects, and Master Dwarf, the cunning of dwarves underground, seems as though a tunnel. We can assist in finding the right openings, if that seems pleasant for all of you.
That seems
Ratchet,
perfect.
now you're talking. I'm ready to dig at any drop of the hat. But how is
Fantastic.
everyone else doing? As Beery kind of glances back, how is the rest of the party faring?
Yeah. So, Tariel, go ahead and make your medicine check right now for me, please.
Go.
And unmute
I'm always
yourself.
ready to dig.
You mean my healing check?
I'm sorry. Yes, healing check.
One of the few areas in which I am proficient.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a 6 on one of my 6, 2, 4, 6, 12, 18.
18.
Mhm.
Anna Maria, please roll me what do I want to make this? I'll allow you to pick. If you would like to open your eyes in a flash of conscious adrenaline, make an athletics check. If you would like to slowly come to, you can make an awareness check. This is going to dictate how you awaken. So you're going to roll 1d12 and however many d6s are filled in on your diamond.
Okay, I'm gonna make an athletics check.
Okay.
It's the same for me. So
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Perfect.
okay, so I got a 6 on the D12, and then I roll 3d6s.
3d6s.
5, 11. So I got a 6 and then an 11. Do I add the two together?
Yes, so that would be 17 total, which I believe beats the TN, the target number in your big diamond above in strength.
Yeah, my TN is 11. So yeah.
All right, target number. Oh, so you breeze by it. Anna Maria, please describe for me how you Black Widow superhero come to consciousness as Tariel lays the finishing touches on your healing.
For sure. Where are my swords?
They are currently, so you have Hadafang on your right side. You also have a small dagger still on your left.
Would
Okay.
Sauron have let her keep those?
They are on her currently.
Okay.
Okay. So I've been kind of languishing. I've been having a bit of a rough time. I'm unconscious. In a flash, I bolt upright, leap as far away from the being that I sense whose like hands are on me. I draw the sword and the dagger and I say, "Where is Anduril?"
Oh, bugger.
Party was too stunned to speak.
Yeah, there's just silence, I think.
I'm so glad you're here. All right. I am going to say that in this moment, Arwin, your father puts a hand out. Peace, Arwin.
Father, what are you doing here?
Time for that later. We are here to save you. What do
There
you
is no
mean?
time. There is
Yes,
no
I
time.
know.
Rally the
Yes,
army
yes.
of the dead now. Where is Anduril? We need Estelle's sword.
You don't have it. You don't have it. Where is it? And you can see he's starting to panic a little bit. Eladon and Elro here also kind of stunned in silence at your reaction.
I
What's
think
up?
I've
Of
taken
course.
the fact they're also here. Brothers? I told
Yes.
you not to follow me.
Have we ever listened to you?
God, I cannot stand the two of you.
Yes, well, at least we're all together and can get out of this together. You were useless on your own, as it seems.
Oh yes, useless enough to get all the way to the Pass of the Dead on my own. Thank you very much. And by the way, I was right. Estelle was alive. Don't ever question me like that again, brother.
So it was you that buried him.
Of course.
My lady, were you not accompanied here by your brothers?
No, I was
No.
not. They always seem to turn up the most inopportune times, don't they?
Now seems a very opportune time, sister. If you don't mind, we have work to do.
We found her first.
I beam at seeing the party again. My goodness! It have been many dark moons since I last laid eyes on you all. It brings me joy to see you once more. Dark
Beery
though.
unleashes like the bowiest of bows he could muster.
And that tracks.
Oh, my highness, how are you? Oh, I'm so glad to see you back in the land of the living.
I think beside it, like she is exhausted and very pregnant and very stressed and very bemused and overstimulated. But I think like for a moment we see a glimmer of like the light that has been dimmed from Arwin for quite a while, and like a very genuine, gentle smile graces her face. She's like, Master Dwarf, it is such a pleasure to see you once more.
Do we have any elven bread to like? I don't know. This woman needs
Offer
feeding.
her.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
great
Yeah,
question.
I think
I look down
She
and
seems
like,
fine.
yes. I look down, I'm like, yes, I'm starving.
yeah. We'll say you get some lembas bread and water from the pouch. In the meantime, Eladon is going to come up to you, Halloweth, and say, "Your rat friends. Can you ask them if they've seen a sword, the bright Aragorn's sword? We're going to need it if this is going to work."
At this point, he's not a messenger for this very useless person. He's going to gesture to the rat and say, "He can hear you."
My apologies, sir. Does it have a
Ratchet.
name? Ratchet.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Don't ask.
I
Show
never
your
do.
respects.
Make a persuasion check for me.
So far,
Gladly.
Ratchet has been more use than.
I was opening my mouth to say it. I was like,
Yeah.
you're looking down on the rats, sir? They've done more
34
in the
with
last
2
5
sixes.
minutes.
Max, did you? A 34 with
What?
2 6s?
Yeah. Bend the knee, you elven rascal. That is a
I-
fine rat you're talking to.
I will not bend any knee. However, and he does give a graceful bow. My apologies, sir. This is my first conversation with a being such as yourself. Please don't trouble yourself. You were looking for a shiny weapon, yes? Anduril, I believe she called it. Your relative, I presume. Yes. Have you seen it? There are many things that glitter in this dark place. I could perhaps lead you to some that I know, but I can guarantee nothing. Will you help us? And Eladon nods, looks back at Arwin, Elrohir, Elrond, all just kind of in that weird, like, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen, and I'm several thousand years old kind of way. Where do we start? And now I'm going to leave it up to all of you to have that conversation with Ratchard if need be.
Oh, jeez.
How are you tunneling out of here?
Sir Ratchard.
Yes.
No. I'm saying at some
Oh,
one point, somebody started to refer to him as Sir, and in my head now he is Sir Ratchard.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
like
Nobody's-
red. It's like Red Wool now. Officially,
Yeah.
like Red Wool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, we should have suggested Methuselah or Mortimer.
Listen,
next
I
time,
tried
next
to
time.
give
Mortimer would be great.
I
Or
tried to give
Matthias.
some Nim suggestions.
Yeah, we had
Nobody wanted-
Justin.
we had
That's true.
Justin, but nobody wanted
Yeah.
to hear about Justin
Or Nicodemus.
or Nicodemus.
All right.
Basil.
Alweth, do you still have Beery's big old hammer with the anvil kind of horn on the back of it? Yeah.
Do I still have that? I thought
I
might
think you
have
gave it
given
back
that
to Beery.
back.
I think you
Yeah.
gave
He's
it
got
back.
it back. Okay.
I believe so. If not, then Halworth gives it back. I don't know exactly my movements for the
But
last
would we have
few
brought
months.
that much stuff with us? I mean,
You
I don't know what we
traveled
brought
pretty
with
light,
us.
but the hammer anvil thing
hammer
was
was
there. That was how
definitely
Halworth killed 2 of the Nazgul.
Beery
okay.
parted with the cart, which was
Mm.
major. That was
Yeah.
huge character growth for him.
Okay. If Ratchet could find us the best opening, I
Mm-hmm.
believe it would be ideal if Berry obviously took the lead, and we would be under your command for this particular section, Berry. We are at your service for tunneling.
Well, it's been a long time coming.
Mm-hmm.
I must confer with my oboe of Erebor. And he
Of
turns to
course.
Gorge. Hi,
Hello. Hi.
my friend. So,
Hello.
I have a big favor to ask you.
Yeah.
Well, you're apparently trapped in this sort of like waiting room of sorts. I guess we're
Yeah.
just left here to rot, the rat bastard ghosts. Hmm?
No offense.
Hey,
None taken.
sorry.
None taken.
Yes.
None taken. It's a colloquialism. We're fine.
Oh, yes. Ratchet, you know how I feel about you. Anyways.
We've only just met, so sorry. Yes.
We need
Stay
to
in
make
character.
use-
Stay in character.
Think. Focus. We need to make great use of that beautiful schnoz of yours, huh? We need to figure out a way out of here. Maybe some fresh air, some movement going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do that. Hey, Barry.
Aye.
Is this pretty elf lady that just woke up from before? She's the one from Rivendell.
Okay, I mean, I'm kind of on a panic attack. She's really freaking pretty. I mean,
beautiful.
she was
She's
one
like-
thing when her eyes were closed, and then when she had like demon
Yeah.
face, all of a sudden that was
Oh,
terrible.
the demon face. Yeah.
But now when she held the swords, I mean, well,
I
I'll
wanna
skip the beat. I'll tell you
Bow or
what.
something. Should we bow?
Tunnels, people.
Yes, tunnels, of course. Hello. Nodding to you, Arwin. Hello. I'm going to go dig rats. And he quick scurries off into the corner, and you watch as these 3 animals start using their nose and start scurrying around in that way that like only rats in New York can really do, where they're just like, that's really fast. You shouldn't be able to. How do you fit in that position? You what? No, that's gross.
It's awesome to see. It's one of my favorite parts of New York are the rats. I'm not kidding.
Powerful.
The local flora and fauna.
Exactly. That's all
Yeah.
we got. That and pigeons.
Beery is just following this, Mr. Ratchet, Sir Ratchet, mind you, and Gorge, and is letting them kind of, bloodhound his way, and he's gonna start breaking stone.
Yeah. Beery, go ahead and make me a scan check. I'm gonna do the same. And anybody that wants to help, do me a favor and roll a d6 for me. I'm gonna add it to the total.
Yeah, why not?
While there's
6 from Halworth to help out.
Hey.
Dawn, while they're
Yeah.
searching physically, can I turn to my father and say,
Yeah, let's have that conversation while this happens.
my powers of premonition spiked significantly once Guai got the ring. Perhaps you and I should try and sense the direction of Estelle's sword.
Sunway. Yes. Anyone here can make me a lore check except Arwin. Anna Maria, I'm gonna text you something.
Doing it.
Yeah.
Also
Lore
done
check.
scan
Yep.
a success.
Success on the scan. Fantastic. What did you? Can you tell me the total that you rolled, please?
It was yeah. It's a 17. Target number is a 13.
17. Fantastic. And everybody else is D6.
2.
Okay. 2. Charlotte,
I didn't roll a d6.
you are not helping.
No. I mean, we'll get
Oh.
to that, but like, there's not. What's she gonna do? She doesn't have any way to help. She's got her daggers. She's got her
All right.
her little hands.
Sounds
There's
good.
no way to help.
Okay.
A 6 from Halworth.
Okay.
And his law check was 33.
Good God. I was 24.
Actually,
So
I'm back to rolling like shit, but I think 7.
we'll get you there.
Yeah.
Halloweth, you would remember that word Osanwe, and it is the act of elven telepathy that another fun obscure Lord of the Rings fact, in The Nature of Middle-earth, Tolkien describes something known as the Theia and the Roa, the body and the soul. I think I might have gotten those backwards, but those are the two. The idea of elven telepathy is seen in Galadriel talking to Elrond in the Two Towers, or Galadriel talking to the Fellowship in their mind. That is the idea of Osanwe. And the premonition portion taps into that same power. So Elrond is going to make a lore check, and Arwin, go ahead and make me a lore check as well. See what we can do.
Come on, Arwin. Oh, this is so exciting.
Is Arwen favored in that too? Because I think all elves are.
Yes, Arwin, you
Cool,
can
perfect.
roll with 2 d12s, take the higher of the d12s.
Oh,
Yeah,
excellent.
you are favored. I don't know if I marked that down on your character sheet when we did our solo session.
That's why I wanted to bring it up.
Yeah,
How,
no,
how can I see on my character sheet if I'm favored?
favored the dot to the left of the word. So
Okay.
the word lore should have a little dot next to it on the left in a square. The diamonds are the d6s, the extra d12 is the square.
It doesn't show me as favored for anything, so I will.
Cool.
Oh, no.
So that's my fault. I messed up on that one. You are favored in lore, and you should also be favored in athletics.
Oh, period. Okay.
Yeah,
good to
yeah.
know.
I have not been doing that, I'm going to be honest.
I haven't been doing
I
that
think you picked
either.
I think you picked something else. I believe we picked athletics for you. And elves are favored in, is it song?
It's
Yes.
lore and song.
It's
Yeah.
lore, yeah.
Oh.
The rest of it, like I have favor in travel because of Beery's thing he gave me.
Yeah.
So we all have an extra favored, but
I
not
don't.
book wise.
We'll get you there. We'll get you there.
I
have
was
no
favored
dots
in
on
lore,
those.
but I also I haven't been paying attention to that, and so I did just re-roll that to see, and it was an Eye of Sauron, so I took my first roll.
I got
It's
a
not working out for me.
12. I got a 12,
got
which beat my target number of 11.
Okay, fantastic. 7, 8, 9, 10. So 15. That beats his target number as well. The two of you, Arwin and your dad, you would see the briefest glimpse of glitter, not necessarily in front of you, but in your mind's eye, in a long hallway, almost as if it was picked up, discarded, and over again, as if it was just sort of left on the side of some tunnel in here. With the rolls that you both got, it's not high enough to tell you the exact location based on your wanderings around here previously before you were captured. But it is at least, you're thinking, here in the Paths of the Dead.
Okay. And do I get a
In a
sense
long
of
hallway.
where this like jailing center, do I get a sense of where that is in relation to the rest of the paths?
Go ahead, make me an insight check. I'm going to do this with ill favor, so the lesser of the d12s. You've been here a while. You're still a little woozy, so... Oh, uh-oh.
Okay, I do not make my turn.
You do not. Okay. Tough to say, other than a long hallway with, like a passage to the left, a passage to the right here and there. Not really getting much else.
I feel rage bubble up once more, and I mutter to my father, they discarded it as if it was nothing.
They may not realize what it is.
And that's my rage subsides a bit. Like perhaps that is a gift after all.
Indeed. How are we with the escape? I can lend a... Never mind. Beery. Okay, so hang on. That's a 17. There was a 6, a 2. Let me roll for Gorge. Another 5. The rats. 6. Second rat. Also a 5. Rats and Gorge are killing it. About 10-ish minutes, you all have this conversation, kind of hanging out. And after a while, Gorge goes, Hey, we got something. We got something here. And Beery, you would see there's a sliver. Weird reference, but you know in Inception when Leonardo DiCaprio is like sneaking through the
Yes.
like path between the two buildings and it's really narrow and you can barely get through. This is that, but for like a cat or a dog or something like 30-pound animal. It is not for humans. It's not for dwarves or any, large bipedal animals. You're going to need to get out of here through that way, but you're going to need to dig.
Oh, this is nothing to a dwarf. He's going to start taking from his kind of male tool belt sort of situation he's got going on. And you ever see stone cutters when they chisel in little wedges and then they keep pounding and pounding, and then it snaps and you get this huge sheet out of there? Yeah. He's using that tactic.
All right.
Rather than just wailing at it like a buffoon, he's a smart cookie.
Crafty. Okay. I think as you are doing that, Elrond is going to leave your side, Arwin, for just a moment. Go up to Eladon and Elro here. And the twins are going to come up to you and say, may we be of assistance? Many hands and light work. Seems the least we can do.
To Beery?
To Beery.
Oh, this is excellent. Beery whips around. He's already kind of a little bit dirty. He's got a little lamp kind of propped up next to himself. Actually, because he stole 3 elven lanterns. He's got them propped up around, all lit, just to kind of keep that creature comfort here with us, keep the boogeyman at bay. He goes, oh, it's about time you made yourselves useful. Hey, let's put some calluses on those soft hands of yours. Yeah. Grab some of these stones and move them out of the way.
You hear Arwen lets out a huff of laughter. She sits back down 20 feet away.
Amazing.
Every time Arwen has said or done something disdainful or antagonistic towards her brothers, Tariel sort of is she seems to be warming to her pretty quick from a distance, just casting her little grins, maybe throwing one over at Tinel every once in a while, this one, can we keep this one? I like this one.
Yeah.
Good.
Approving salty nods.
You would have Arwen, you were unconscious for this. Tariel had this angry monologue the last time about how the men and Eladon and Elro here in particular have not been helpful and at every turn have been undermining, nobody's had a good plan, nobody has helped anybody do anything, and Tinel was like, this is how I've been feeling the whole time as well. So you literally sprang out of unconsciousness and were immediately more useful than your brothers, which is so validating.
Just
so
fully pregnant. Yeah.
It's generally like the blue wizards have just morphed into elves. Just
they suck.
So annoyingly useless.
Everywhere we go, it's we can't help you. Every realm.
It is all them lamenting at the same time. Everything's terrible. We should just give up and go to the west. Fuck off.
There's Tinel and Tariel did a little bit of screaming the last bit, so there's some anger.
Everyone's just trying to leave. No one's trying to fix it. It's everyone else's problem but ours. Every realm we go to, they're just we gave up. Whether it's human or elvish, everyone's just given up. And you fully pregnant, swords at the ready, knowing your brothers are trash. This is just...
Let the record state that I, out of character Anna Maria, during the ages of 13 to 19, wrote a 400-page fan fiction because I was so frustrated that all the races left Middle Earth. So truly,
we love that for you, bestie.
We love that for all of us.
For this.
Same page. We're on the same page.
Same 400 pages. Yes.
You guys can check out the link to Anna Maria's AO3 and that 400-page fic at the link down below in the description.
Never seen the light of day.
You still have it though. You still have it in a hard drive. Yeah, I know you do. And she's completely disappeared from frame.
That's it.
On a hard drive. No,
Thank you for joining us.
Floppy disk somewhere.
or she just comes back with a manuscript. It's I got it printed. I was really passionate.
Dot matrix.
Okay, fantastic. Beery, I actually want to see how well you can direct folks, because you've in the past attempted to direct Hallowith and Tinel to build a raft, potentially teaching some Mirkwood elves some things, some people from Rohan. There's been attempts. I want to see how well you can do here. What do you think Beery would roll to try and get folks to listen to him so that they are the most successful in escaping quickly and efficiently?
I mean, I don't know, his kind of general optimism tells me persuasion.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
Here's what I'll say. Given your circumstances, I'll allow you to roll persuasion, but I also know you're super persuasive. So go ahead and make this, because it's Eladon and Elro here, and potentially any others that want to help, make the persuasion check with ill favor, please.
You got it.
I don't know. Wait, can I make a suggestion here, though?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, Beery is persuasive, but I feel like enhearten in this scenario would be like that's Beery's true power.
No,
like
might not.
Paper, it's not.
Now,
okay.
He might not have a lot in enhearten, but as I've sort of previously mentioned, trying new things can potentially.
Let's do it.
Let's do
it.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what
I don't
happens.
know why Beery doesn't have a higher enhearten stat, because that's what he's been doing the entire
it's
time.
Dwarves in general, and it's where you put the
hardy folk.
Do what you're gonna do.
Go for it.
Okay, we're gonna attempt to enhearten these damn elves.
This will be good.
How many d6s do you add to that?
To enhearten?
To enhearten.
None.
Okay, cool. Do it. Do it with
then
favor.
that's not gonna work.
Do it with favor.
Don't
no,
do
no,
that.
no. I want to see this work.
Do it
I
with
want to
favor.
see this work. This is gonna be
got
great.
this.
Do it with favor. 2d12.
We've
Let
gone
me
from
know
one
what
of
you
his
roll.
strongest suits to actually.
We'll yell at the twins if it doesn't work.
It's perfect because he's not a good deliberator, right? Like he's learning. He's learning here.
Funny.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna spend a hope point.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect.
What could be more enheartening than that?
Let me mark that down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a hope point for
no.
Beery, not fellowship.
Oh
point.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, never
just-
mind.
just-
If someone wants to use a fellowship point, actually,
no.
He'll be fine.
no.
He'll
Oh
be
no.
fine, he'll be
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
We've got
Okay.
5. We need those.
And for dark business turns that 1d6 into 2d6s.
Make the enhearten check for me.
Here we go, baby. Come on. Well, I rolled an Eye of Sauron, but he has he has favor, which turns it into a 16, which is the exact target number.
Oh,
Hey!
thank God. that was gonna be like peak unpredicted party. Like, hey, let's go for like 5d6s, easy check. Actually, 1d6. I have Sauron. Go.
Eladon and Elro here burst into tears.
I mean, they might at this point.
All right. So I always like rewarding chaos. Beery, please go ahead and add 1d6 point to your enhearten checks.
Yay.
All right.
Long overdue.
It takes about 15 minutes for you to get situated. But Sir Ratchard and his brother Elrond. Oh, excuse me, Feanor. Honestly, I don't even remember at this
You
point.
didn't
It's
let
been
me
such
have
chaos.
Elrond because
Oh yeah, well Elrond didn't let you have Elrond, which I guess means me. Anyway, they are going to actually slip through the wide cracks and say, "We'll scout ahead, see how far you need to tunnel. Give us a moment.
Look for shiny things.
Oh yes,
please.
we'll keep an eye out. Thank you, Aloith. That's quite enough. Just kind of putting you in your place. Let me do my rat thing.
Who's been sentient for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
It's been, I think it's probably been about 20, 25 minutes or so at this point. Scurries in, comes back a few minutes later. Got about 20 more feet of stone to go. Nothing shiny, unfortunately, but I don't see any ghosts. So.
Well, these are all good things. Yeah. Give me 5 minutes. I'll be right.
So go. Let's keep going. And just in the interest of not making you all roll 17 different checks, Beery, with the help of Eladon and Elro here, and for the sake of everybody, Gorge and whoever wants to participate, slowly chipping the thing you described about the keystone thing. Am I saying? Yeah. Just takes you a bit.
Creating fissures, and then so everything comes off in these big chunks. Also, by the end of this, are they like sweating? Do they look fatigued?
Do you want them to be shirtless? How horny are we making it this episode?
I mean, let it rip, right?
All right, cool. Yeah.
Do they look tired? Do they?
Yeah.
Do they not
They're
work.
This is. They're used to hunting and running and killing. This is moving heavy stuff, which is not something they really do. For as strong as they are, they're like, "Frack, this is not my forte." It's a battle.
As at that like 7/8 of the way, when a task is always the hardest. He's now that he's quite enhearteny, he's going to pull these nerds aside and place a strong dwarven hand on their shoulder, reaching up for it, obviously. But I'm just like, hey, Dreadnought, there's honesty in labor. You're doing well. And then continues.
Thank you.
Just trying to give him a little boost.
Yes.
Humble him a little bit.
It is appreciated. Yes. Swack. He just starts picking things up and dropping it as Eladon and Elro here, like, you dwarf, cool. Yeah, sure. Thanks. And continues. We'll say probably about 35 minutes into this now. Beer, you feel the stone give, and an opening begins to appear.
Okay.
Arwin, before we get to you, Barry, your dad is before you all make your way through this new made tunnel. He's going to pull you aside, just on your own. You must be careful. We do not know what these ghosts are capable of. I would not risk you or your brothers or the child. Please be safe.
Don't worry, Father. They would never forsake their one chance at salvation. And I put my hand to my belly and I say, we are safe.
We do not know what they will forsake. We do not know. They are keeping us here. We have no way of knowing.
I take his hand and I tell him something that nobody else knows. After I buried Estelle, I had a vision. Your granddaughter, my child, came to me while I was wounded and poisoned in a cave. It is she who revealed that I must go to the paths of the dead. She is the heir who will save us. Do not fear, Father. This is meant to be.
It's a girl.
It is a girl.
How wonderful.
It is.
Oh. Yes.
Fully weeping.
Oh yeah. Tears. Elrod just full granddad mode, just sobbing.
I don't know if Tori's ever gonna be the same again.
I'm just ignore me.
Well, and how much of that? I mean, even if we can't hear them, it's not a big room. We can see what's going on over
quiet.
there.
Yeah, it's fairly quiet. Here's what I'll ask. Anyone that wants to can either make me a scan check to see the tears, or if you want, you can make oh god, what would the check be for
Eavesdrop check.
What's your eavesdrop?
What's
Yeah,
an eavesdropping check?
Be awareness.
Awareness?
Yeah, probably an
most
awareness
likely.
check. I'll make them both with ill favor though, because this is very pointedly a private moment.
Yeah,
So go
I'm
ahead
not
and
gonna-
make any check.
I'm not
No?
gonna roll for this. No,
Anyone that wants
it feels
to.
weird to eavesdrop on that.
I'll eavesdrop. Fuck them.
Yeah, well,
I was about to say it's not on purpose, but Tinel's been just sitting there disassociating.
Yeah.
So just
yeah.
hearing
I
a
hear
conversation.
I hear nothing.
I hear something because I got a 21.
Nice.
Cool.
There
With
were
a 20, with a 21, you know it's a girl. With a 21, you know it's a girl. Tariel, would you roll?
Like shit. I would say that maybe this entire time, Tariel has been propped back against a wall next to Tinel. I don't know if Tinel is sitting or standing, but
Sitting, yeah.
sitting. Okay, so she'll be standing next to her, maybe like sort of visibly craning, but not didn't catch it. And then maybe gives Tinel a meaningful look and just mouths like,
It's a girl.
Tariel hears it's a girl. She draws back. She thinks about it, looks at Arwin, gives her a long approving nod, whether she sees it or not.
Arwen's weeping in her father's
Yeah.
arms.
Fair.
Yeah,
Fair.
Sure.
Fair.
There's no reason. But yeah, good work.
Beery,
Thank God.
as this whole exchange is taking place, you, Eladon Elro here, the rats, Gorge, Halloweth, all doing your own thing with this tunnel. Gorge is going to look back and see that no one else is coming yet. Arwin and Elrond sort of in a corner, Tinel and Tariel, and kind of looks up at you. do you want to take the ladies? I can let the other elves know that.
Oh, yeah. As they, like coming out of like a dust cloud.
Yeah. Blue steel from Zoolander, kind of the mind.
We need some Def Leppard playing. Yeah. Like pour some sugar on me, like as we emerge.
No.
Yes. They're all sweaty and shirtless and ready to kick some ass.
Testosterone.
Yeah. So Gorge is gonna look over you and say, let's go get them. Yeah, I'll go
keep it quiet. We don't want to, attract the ire of the undead here.
Right. Well, we were just like heavily banging on stone, so
I feel like maybe these places settle. Caves are always breathing.
Yeah.
But if they hear a bunch of voices where they shouldn't be,
right?
Yeah.
Can I talk to the pretty lady?
Go for it. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And Gorge is going to walk up to you,
Arwin. Is Gorge's Galadriel.
Oh, I promise I didn't do that on purpose, but wow, great parallels. Beery's going to come up to you, Arwin, and say, beg pardon, your lordship and your ladyship, and gives like the weird boar bow that he's been attempting to do. We have found our way out. If you would like to come with us, I don't think you want to stay, do you? I don't. It's this way.
I most assuredly do not want to stay. Thank you so much for your amazing work, my gentle boar.
It was nothing really. Well, thank you.
Palm on his head, and I said, please lead the way.
Absolutely, Arwin. As you lay a palm on Gorge, you feel a similar sensation to Osanwe, the sort of telepathy, foresight feeling, also in Gorge in this moment.
I sort of lean back. I don't say anything. Make a mental note of it.
Do I have something on my face?
Nothing but the lines of nobility, my dear boar.
Oh yeah, you've never seen a boar blush before, but he's doing his darndest to hide it.
My heart is about to fall out of my chest right now.
His little ears sticking up. His
loves this boar.
Squaring his shoulders.
It's
so cute.
I send him off on his way to lead us. Can I do like an insight check? Can I like probe his mind or something?
Yeah. You know what? I'll allow this. You can either make an insight check, regular roll, or a lore check, ill favor.
Okay. Cool. I will do. Well, I have proficiency with lore, so would that be a flat roll then?
Would be a flat roll. Yes, correct.
I got a 19. My target number is 11.
Okay. Beating your target number by 8. I would say there are some strange things going on right now. There's talking rats. There's talking boars. You're in the paths of the dead. Really, at this point, unclear what really needs to happen for all of this to like be possible. But you kind of get the sense that there's a natural occurrence happening here. It doesn't seem malicious. It doesn't seem evil. It seems as though there's a connection. Unclear what that connection is, but you get a very similar feeling as you do to your foresight, or any kind of telepathy that you've previously seen elves have.
Yeah, I think I cross over to the nearest elves who've been on this journey, not my brothers.
Okay. That would probably be Halloweth. That'd probably, yeah.
Any elves in the party and ask, forgive me, have you noticed, other than the rats who now speak, have you noticed any strange occurrences with mind or time or magic in this place that have affected living beings?
Only in that all the animals that we speak to, Gorge included, have somehow gained ability of speech, more sentience than we thought possible. And Gorge was not like this before we entered here. We don't quite understand why.
And Halloweth, the tree being.
Was that in the past of the dead?
Stuck in time.
Before?
Well,
it was in the Dwimmerberg, the paths leading to the paths of the dead. It's the quarry of white stone that you see Aragorn and Arwen and Gim.
Did that not
Aragorn,
start?
and Gim.
But it didn't start changing until it tried to follow us in.
When it tried to follow you in, that cycle of death and rebirth began to happen over and over again as soon as it crossed the threshold. Yes.
This is what I'm trying to point out, which is if you're asking about whether time started acting weird.
Yes.
Perhaps that doesn't matter. I don't know, but
no, but worth mentioning for sure.
Something is strange with the flow of time here.
I'm considering that death is the only stoppage of time for mortal beings, and so I wonder if mortals, animals included, are at risk or at more power here. Let us be wary.
Could I actually? That's a decent point. Could I go back to Ratchet, please?
Sure.
Excuse me, Ratchet.
Yes. Yes.
I don't suppose you know of how long you have been in this mountain. If you have any, I'm assuming you have concept of time now.
Yes, yeah. Well, now I do, of course. But in this mountain place we are in now underground, several weeks we were driven from our home south of the mountains. It forgive me, it's very painful to discuss. We lost many of our own. There are strange beings south of the mountains where I used to live. Creatures much like myself, yet the sentience that you refer to it as only affected them, not us. It was only when we entered here we were able to gain a modicum of it, but you, with your connection, it's all very strange. I confess I do not understand it terribly myself.
Ratchard.
Yes.
Have you felt any recent compulsions to go south, to follow a strange voice in your head? You or your people?
A voice? No. But a call? Yes. We have resisted, of course. We are not blind mice, or we just feeling sorry. I didn't do that on purpose.
Wow.
Shit. You know what? I'm adding an extra. I'm taking off 6 HP from the final boss just for that.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we appreciate the fact that rats resisted, whereas
this is what
every other creature didn't?
I want to ask that too.
Humans down 100, rats up 1. This is cool.
Right.
Yeah, Ratchet over a seal door.
Yeah.
Was it so with all of your people?
It varied. The strongest of us felt the call the strongest. I am an average rat for my size and my family, and yet I felt no such compulsion. But you understand these are delicate, complex matters of instinct and deep magic within Middle-earth that once existed and no longer does and is returning. It's all very unclear at this point.
The strongest with your people. Did you notice any other creatures who seem to have your powers of resistance?
Many. Most of the Southlands beyond these mountains are... Well, perhaps you should see it for yourself if we find our way... If you find your way out of here. South of the mountains is... It is changed. I would call it chaos.
Isn't that where the Ents are? Just as a.
I'm not familiar with the. No, I'm not familiar with the term.
That's Zach.
Oh, is that Zach? That's Zach.
We had someone told us. I can't remember who. Might have been.
So some of the Ents went to Mordor. You saw in the Palantir that there were Ents, sort of forming a new wall that is the Black Gate now as a sort of barrier.
And
in Gondor.
One of the twins said that Minas Tirith is a forest overrun by Ents.
Yes.
And taking it back may be in vain, but I'm not going to let him tell me what to do.
Right. As you should.
Such a bastard. Okay, yeah. So that's okay. That's what I was. Okay, good to know.
Right. Shall we be off then?
Indeed. Barry, are we about ready to go?
just kind of has like the hammer kind of like on his shoulder, all heroic, like
what a cool
the way
dude.
is clear.
Nice. Very well.
Excellent.
Let's get out of here then. And that's where we're going to take our 5-minute break.
Hey.
Oh, sorry, Max, did you want to do something before I saw the...
No, okay. He was going to just be like, oh, we got to be quiet. And that's, of course, Beery saying that.
Yes, of course. A completely silent second half coming up very shortly of the Unpredicted Party. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you all in 5. Bye-bye. And welcome back. I've tried to start this second half like 2 or 3 times and gotten bamboozled every time, but we are back now for real unless Charlotte says something inappropriate. When we last left off, don't even think about it. Beery helped move some rocks with Eladon and Elro here. Elrond and Arwin had a very tender moment. Gorge fell in love. And Halloweth named some rats. Tariel and Tinel kind of dissociated for a quick hour. It's fine.
It's self-care, Don.
Yeah.
Now I'm just picturing the two of you scrolling on smartphones in the Paths of the Dead. Like
I think we were doing the Elvish equivalent of that. We went to our mind palaces. Like we both just had a very emotional moment, and we needed to come down a little bit.
Yeah. And anyone doing this in front of their faces, it's just
We've got a little hot goss now. We know what's going on with the baby situation.
Guys,
haven't told the boys yet.
I forgot about guys. I forgot about Rayval.
Oh no,
Rayval's here.
He's been hanging out. He's been writing a limerick this whole time.
Anna Maria, I have
a boy.
I have a boy. I have a lad, a servant, a soldier guy,
Cute health boy.
I have a soldier poet. His name is Rayval.
Not a poet.
He is a poet.
Yeah, he's a poet. It's great.
Yeah,
he's
a
poet.
Actually a good poet.
And literally every task that I've set Rayval to, he's basically failed at. I had him on Gollum babysitting duty, and Gollum continually escaped from Rayval. Like Rayval had one job, and he couldn't do it. So Tariel demoted him and sent him away, essentially, before going off on this quest with everyone else. And at the very last critical second, out of nowhere, Rayval popped out of thin air, having, much like your brothers, tailed us, and like saved my ass. And like did some very like manly, heroic swordsmanship.
Is he an elf?
He's an elf, and he's single.
Tario, I see you.
I don't think he's really her type, but because she doesn't respect him.
Jesus Christ, Charlotte.
No, for sure.
But her respect has quickly improved, except that now we've forgotten that he's here.
So for the sake of ease, I'm just going to apologize to Scone, Apex, and Monday in the live chat that have probably screaming. Where is Rayval? What is he doing? We're just going to say he's been composing a poem by the torchlight of your little candle thing, Beery, not helping move the rocks.
You know,
got the little quill.
He's like he's like Pete Postlethwaite's character in Dragonheart. He shows up when the plot needs him, and the rest of the time he's sitting on a rock trying to rhyme things.
Yeah, I did refer to him as long-haired twink Timothy Chalamet, so you can picture that. Anyway,
we love him.
We do.
He's inconsistent.
He's fine.
So you're basically just describing me, wildly inconsistent, incapable of remembering everything that I have put in 180 pages of notes.
So just to be clear, I wake up, I'm surrounded by like my family, I'm surrounded by this party of warriors, I'm surrounded by talking rats, and then there's just like a twink posted up in a corner with a feather quill.
No, correct.
Not engaging with
Real talk.
Correct.
Real talk, though, to Rayval's credit, he is the type of dude who, if he doesn't have a feather quill with him, like he may have just for the drama, like pricked his finger and is taking notes in blood or something like that. Just for the
I'm gonna roll for that. Hang on one second. No, I'm kidding.
Roll for prick.
Let's oh my God. All right, let's continue because we got some cool shit to do. So you guys have made your way out of this room.
Downtown walking.
Thank you, Charlotte. Beery. There are multiple ways to go right now. You see in front of you dark, and many caves have a natural glow to their wall. You've got the very basic lights, but you see that you are in the midst of a long hallway. Just to clarify, Arwin, as you peer through, does not look like the same long hallway you saw in the vision a few moments ago. But you have a choice. You can go left or you can go right. Now, I will leave it to you, Beery, and the rest of the party to navigate your way out of here. And based on the decisions you make, I will give you a certain number of rolls. You can have role play moments in here as well if you would like, and make any checks you so choose to attempt to either escape, find the sword, or find the ghosts. You can also do anything else you so choose, but those are more or less the options in front of you.
Through the broken makeshift corridor, Beery kind of like scrambles through and then does one of these sort of things, you know what I mean?
Hold
like
up the hand, the
halts.
Jack Bauer stop soldier motion thing. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was thinking Predator with Arnie, but
yeah,
obviously.
Generational
Anyways,
gap there. Anyway.
And is trying to like wave forward Gorge, the best boy.
Yeah.
Hi. Which side seems freshest? Use that wonderful schnoz of yours.
Follow the nose. It is around this point that you hear, the rest of you hear, Beery and Gorge, their voices reverberate. Even in this very quiet whisper, the sound, it's narrow, you're very cramped. It's close to it's very equivalent to like, remember when Aragorn's holding the torch and like bobbing and weaving through these weird passageways? It's that. So Gorge is going to go ahead and give a sniff.
Can I lay my hand on Gorge? Because I'm curious about, like, he has a sense that I do not. But like I call upon Luthien Tenuviel, who is technically also Aragorn's ancestor, but we don't need to litigate incest 45 times removed. We don't need to get into that. But
just hang on. Just to clarify, because this was the second ever TikTok I made, and I need to clarify. Most humans are more closely related than Aragorn and Arwin are in terms of generational gap and age and ancestors. All of that out of the way.
But I bet,
especially in Iceland.
But like the elves probably don't see it that way, right? Because Luthien is still just a few generations back for them. That probably still
like 4
feels
or
kind
5.
of weird.
She is a child.
But Aragorn has had like so many generations. I'm doing this in part and for the behalf of our human listeners,
as opposed to the aliens that. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
But I am calling on that bloodline. I'm calling on Luthien Tenuviel, and laying my hand on our sweet boy, because I'm giving him sort of my, like, trying to use my premonition and our shared mental link and his scent.
Cool. Here's what I will say. In doing that, make either a lore check with just a flat roll, not favor, or an awareness check for me. I'll allow whichever you would prefer.
Okay. I'm gonna do an awareness because I want to know where. Okay. 15. My target number is 11.
All right. In beating your target number, in touching Gorge's body, you feel the sensation of smelling brine to your right.
Okay. What about to the left? Do we
to the left, must, stone, dirt, earth. So it's a little salty to your right. It's a little cave-y to your left.
In that image of the hallway that I had seen, was it damp? Did I get a sense of seawater?
You didn't get a sense of seawater. I'll say with the rolls both you and Elrond made, I wouldn't call it damp, but right feels better.
I relayed this to the rest of the party, the sense on either side. And I was like, my heart tells me that Andorra lies to the right.
We should listen to her.
This is terrific.
Yeah, it really is. We should listen.
When in doubt, always follow your nose, huh?
Yeah.
That's
an extra 6 HP to the final boss. Thank you so much, Barry. I love this. Anyway, sorry. You guys make a right, and you follow that path down probably an additional, call it 50 yards. You are then brought to another turn going to the right. Another shorter hallway, but there is another pathway to the left as well. You have the choice to go straight or you have the choice to go left. Tinel, you, in having the probably most experience within the paths of the dead, traipsing around any paths, I'm actually going to ask you, just because you were the one that crossed the bridge, I'm going to ask you to make me an awareness check. Please.
I was about to say, Tinel, when we sort of get to that bridge, is going to do, or not bridge, but divergence in path, is going to close her eyes and just listen as well.
Cool. Make an awareness check. I'll give you favor because of the closed eyes.
Cool. Oh, jeez. Oh, I beat it 17, so I beat it by 3.
You would, with your keen, hang on, my cat's in the middle of having. Best part is I'm not going to edit this part out.
Of course not.
Of course not.
Just chilling.
In Charlotte, you good? You need a sec?
That was my dog. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second.
Wow. The animals are just all
they're all
here and there.
I'm hearing youths, and I had to call the cops on the youths last night, and so I'm making sure they're not
the hose. Give it the hose. That helps.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. In beating your target number with that check, you peer down this sort of left-hand divergence, and you see nothing but black, as almost as if it were a dead end. But leading straight ahead after you reach this turn seems to veer slightly to the left. So you would probably get the sense that going straight, continuing on this path would be the best way forward.
Okay. Just keep forward. I have a good feeling about it.
A good feeling?
As good as it can be.
The rest of you, in hearing Tinel and Tariel speak as well, are going to hear that same echo reverberate throughout the caves. I'd like everybody here to go. Oh, yeah, go ahead, Arwin.
Okay. Can I just sort of reach? Can I only link? No, because Galadriel spoke to Frodo and spoke to the whole party in their minds.
She did.
Can I mind link with the party and be like, my companions, I fear that we will be found out prematurely because of the way this cave echoes. Please allow me and my father to be conduits. Think your thoughts to either of us, and we will relay the message to the rest of the party.
We all hear this telepathically?
You can certainly try to do that, but Anna Maria, I'm going to ask you, please make a lore check for me, and the rest of you, I'm going to need you to also make. This is either going to be
awareness.
An awareness. Yeah, this is going to be an awareness check. This is going to be an awareness check.
Got a 12. My target number is 11.
Skin of your teeth. Okay. What do we got now? Who here beat their target number?
Beat it by 6.
Beery beat it.
Beat it by 2.
Halloweth beat it. Tariel beat it. And Tori.
No, Tinel failed her awareness.
Didn't?
I didn't roll above a 3 in all of the dice that I just rolled.
Oh, I hate that shit.
No, Tin.
Yeah.
Right,
so
okay, we can pass it on.
Hang on, because I gotta make some rolls. Relax. There's a method to this madness. I promise. I've been planning this for years.
Take a sealed door, not me.
You're throwing the bone.
Yeah, just throwing
one by one.
Hit them with bones.
Just get a femur.
Just whacking them.
Just a vertebrae here and there.
The bottom, like the jaw. Just...
Tinel and a tibia. It's like.
So in this very brief, fast moment of reverberating sound, Arwin halting everybody, using this kind of elven telepathy. I'm sorry. I'm going to pause right here. What does that mean?
I just got pitbull farted on. I'm so sorry. And I just, in case anybody in the chat suddenly sees me like, I'm sorry. She's right there. And halfway through this very serious thing, I was suddenly like, oh God.
Mind you, the rest of us just get pitbull fart in all caps.
I just texted pitbull fart to everyone. I'm so sorry. Anyway, please continue. Oh my God.
I'm not cutting
dying.
this. I hope you know I'm not cutting this.
Anyways,
send help.
I have Eladon, Elro here, and Elro. You are the help, Charlotte.
Yeah,
you are the help. You are here to rescue. Okay, we'll carry on. Right. So, all of you, with the exception of Tinel, are going to hear Arwin's voice calling out to you. Tinel, Elrond is going to notice your frustration in this
she's still
moment.
sweating.
Yeah, just you've been through it.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to come down to you, finger to his lips, and he's going to offer his hands to yours, or hand rather, to yours, because he's got the stump. Yeah.
With my chest to
in your head, in your head, you're going to hear him say, "It's all right. Have you done this before?"
Like, and she like gestures to maybe, and yeah.
Do you shake your head or do you say maybe? I gotta know specifically.
Oh, she does whisper maybe. I'm so
okay. He's hang on.
Fuck.
You're fine.
Oh my God.
Don't worry about it. He's gonna again put a finger to his lips and keep it there, holding your hand. You're gonna hear the words breathe in, out. And you are going to feel a sensation that is not unlike a memory that you haven't really thought of in a while. When you were in Mirkwood, Halloweth tried to communicate with you through trees, through the act of sending messages through nature and his communication. You have yet to unlock that. It didn't quite work the way you both wanted it to. But in this moment, Elrond is seemingly doing this sort of connection that Halloweth tried.
Mm-hmm.
Speak to me with your mind. And I'm going to go ahead and ask you first right now, make a lore check with ill favor for me, please.
Okay. Come on. Ill favor. Okay. 21. Yeah, we're all good.
21. With a 21, what do you say in your mind in response to Elrond?
It's just thoughts. There's
lots of them.
Yeah. Exhaustion.
Okay.
A little bit of panic.
Okay.
A lot of pain.
Mm-hmm.
And then like moving forward.
Okay.
Like just
go ahead.
The thought of movement.
Yeah, I'm going to see how well you can focus your thoughts in these moments. Make me an awareness check, but also with ill favor.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I don't think has any experience with this. Oh, ill favor.
Ill favor, yeah.
Right. Awesome. Sorry, math. 18. I beat it by 4.
You are going to hear in your mind, this is elvish telepathy called Osanwe. I use it with Galadriel. You can use it too, but you must focus. Give me your strongest memory. Tinel, please give me your strongest memory.
How dare you?
Or if you don't want to reveal that much to Elrond.
Oh no, it's fine.
What is the memory? Okay, cool.
I think it comes without her wanting to. And it's a window seat in her home in Gondolin reading. And it just flashes immediately, and it's like a bright sunlight, like all that beautiful golden hour, and she tries to recall it, and she can't.
It's the briefest of flashes. Go ahead and make me another awareness check, though, but not with ill favor. Just a flat roll right now.
Okay. Come on. Jeez. 18. Okay. Beat it by 4.
You're going to hear Elrond again. Good, good. Keep thinking that. And you do. And the memory stays with you a second longer, 5 seconds longer, 10 seconds longer. Now, speak to me with that memory. What did you feel?
And she, again, mentally, I just wanted to communicate. We should move forward.
Do you say that out loud, or are you
mentally?
You're trying to communicate. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like images. It's like feelings is probably the best she can do.
Go ahead and make me another awareness check.
Come on. There we go. 22.
With a 22, Elrond is going to release your hand and say, I hear you. Try again.
And she just repeats the same thing forward.
The rest of you are going to also hear the words. Let's go forward. You have all now unlocked, Arwin included, the ability called Osanwe, which is a lesser known, very obscure Lord of the Rings thing that is discussed in several of the books and also mentioned in the Peter Jackson trilogy. When concentrating hard enough, you will be able to communicate, Beery included, because Thea and Roa, Beery included, the Thea and the Roa that I mentioned before, all of that exists within all living things in Middle-earth. And Arwin, you would probably get the sense that what you felt with Gorge might be something similar to this. But in a very different animalistic way.
Can I do a lore check or some kind of check to get a sense if Gwai here, because he is an eagle, is trying to unlock some kind of mass sentience and build an animal army?
Yeah, you can.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Just casually.
Very casually.
Just, just in the cave. Can I just...
now that I think about it.
Yeah.
That hair tucked behind the ear, just like, this old thing, I forgot I had it in my closet.
What should I do? What do I do? A lore check?
You can go ahead and make, I'll make this an insight check.
9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16. 16 beat by 2.
In only beating it by 2, you get the sense that, yeah, that's pretty much what's happening, but it feels much more malicious. And you know that the forces of Middle-earth are only made malicious by external forces. Morgoth, Sauron, corruption, evil, greed. Yeah, it's a warped option. All right. So, congratulations. You can now distinguish and communicate silently with the power of Osanwe. Congratulations, you have unlocked the newest ability.
Fantasy walkie-talkies.
This is amazing.
Yes.
I
This is
couldn't give
perfect.
you sending stones,
Yeah.
but I
Fair enough.
could drag you along for 40 episodes to unlock that ability.
I love this.
Fair enough.
Also,
Thank you.
Suddenly having people in his head with
Yeah.
Beery's like boots are still like sitting there where he has jumped out of them and they're like smoking. This would have scared the pants off of this dwarf.
Can I ask a question? Is this
Yeah.
like people can talk in your head telepathically without without a consensual answer? They can just speak and you'll hear it?
It does kind of need to be consensual. Otherwise, it is going to be a battle of wills. Think about it like Finrod Felagund and Sauron in the Beren and Luthien story. They get captured, and there's this battle of words and battle of minds.
Mhm.
It's Saruman and Gandalf when in the movies when he's on top of the tower calling the storm.
Yeah.
The voices, the power, the actual drive and will that people have within Middle-earth, and again, this is all canon, exist in almost a mental form, but have a physical effect because you're physically hearing it in that same way.
Because this could be Halloweth's worst nightmare, that he can now be reached by anyone at any time of day.
Oh, it's coming up, dude.
It's gonna be beautiful. Also, Zach, it gets worse because Beery has no idea what's happening. This is no part of the nomenclature of his people.
No, it's just
so suddenly it's almost like if someone like left the mic on, you know.
Oh
and all of a sudden, Beery's just like, what the hell was that? God, my God, it's really dark in here, man. Torio totally betrayed us, you know. She killed, you know. It's just this like inner monologue that is just kind of just wide open mic.
So just to clarify, Beery, if you don't want people hearing your thoughts, you don't necessarily need to broadcast.
He doesn't know he's being listened to right now. He has no concept.
Again, this is almost like pushing the button on the walkie-talkie, knowing you can talk. You have an awareness. That being said, if you are wanting to play this, as the ADHD rattled brain that Beery is, you certainly can.
No, Beery's always sitting on the open mic button for sure.
Always have channel 1 open.
Always.
Yeah, I think Tariel then. Tariel and the rest of the group.
We don't need this.
We don't have to act on it now, but this is what he's thinking.
It doesn't need to be acted upon, but Tariel, you would feel most strongly an extreme sense of conflict within Beery directed towards you.
Assuming that all she feels is that. She just feels sort of an emotional wave of conflict. None of you will notice anything differently about her, especially we're in the dark, you know. If what she gets is the very clear thought, Tariel betrayed us, I'm so upset, what the more astute of you would hear is a sharp intake of breath through her nostrils. And if you were close enough to her, you might feel something in the air around her change. If there were light, you would be able to see her shoulders stiffen and her bearing change. Tariel has not spoken very much in the last few hours, and from her direction now there is absolute perfect elvish silence. Not a stone disturbed by the fall of her boot. She's still there, she's still moving, but you only know that she's there because you know that she's there.
So do we hear the thought or do we hear the feeling? Because Arwin doesn't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Here's what I will say just to clarify. Initially, it's more of an unexpected wave of feeling from all of you simultaneously because it's a previously untapped source of power. Arwin, you would probably have the best control over it. Halloweth, likewise. Eladon, Elrohir, and Arwin, and Elrond, pretty much pros at this point with it. But it's a lot like, you know, the older kids throwing the little kids in the deep end of the pool and saying, go. So it becomes this wave of feeling. The words specifically, I don't think you'd have exactly just yet, more the emotion. However, in this moment, Rayval is going to put a hand on your shoulder, Tariel. And no thought connection or anything, just eye contact. And the eye contact reads, "Are you okay?"
He shrugs his hand off and keeps walking.
He's going to grab it again.
She shrugs his hand off and keeps walking.
He's going to grab you again.
Don't.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
Damn it, no.
Oh, this is juicy.
Let's go.
Who was in that? Who was in that? That was Tinel. Tinel, you were ahead, gazing sort of into the black abyss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is now some green smoke that you would recognize from when you first got into the Paths of the Dead coming in your direction.
Very much like the rats we first encountered. Go quietly, run quietly, go. Just like
you would all without actually hearing the rats, because they don't have the Fea and Roa the same way that other sentient beings do. They are gonna sprint ahead. Gorge is gonna also make it. So here's what I'm gonna ask you. Are you now trying to do this stealthily and lose the smoke? Or are you trying to outrun the smoke while simultaneously trying to find the sword and or the ghosts?
Oh God.
We need the sword.
We need the sword.
Fury's not stealthy.
I know.
Arwen's gonna go for the sword, no matter what.
Going for the sword?
We need
Yeah.
We're not gonna get anywhere without it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arwin, are you leading this charge, or is Tinel and Gorge in front right now?
Oh God.
I think the second Tinel says go, like run, go. I like desperately link minds with my father and like we need to know where it is now, and like push for one like wild. I call upon Erendio, I call upon all the ancestors. Need a vision now, and I push way deep down to something reckless.
Okay, I'm gonna real quick. I'm gonna make an insight check for Elrond, because Anna Maria, as you'll recall, you did something in our solo session that could potentially be.
I didn't do anything. No.
What's happening?
Dad, no! It's not like that.
Dad!
Dad! Daddy!
God!
Oh my God.
Daddy, I love him.
Elrond is going to link minds with you, Arwin. And he is going to read on your face and in your mind the oath that you swore to the Valar all those months ago, just like Feanor did.
What the hell is going on around here?
What did you do? What did you do? Run! And he is sprinting right after you. I am going to ask the rest of you, if we are doing this quickly, athletics checks.
Yeah.
Let's do this!
Yeah.
To begin.
Oh, we're running now.
What?
What is happening?
Oh God.
We're running!
Oh no.
No.
It's not good. It's
I didn't
bad.
roll anything higher than a 4.
Likewise.
I'm at a 10 total out of 4 dice. That's not good.
Okay.
I'm at
Ditto.
a 15.
10.
15. 10. Okay.
26.
26. Okay. Halloweth.
Give me once. 6, 3.
That's a lot of math.
11.
Hello is going to be like
14.
150.
14.
14.
Yeah, I beat it by 2,
Oh,
but not much.
I hate that this is so thematic, but the twins rolled a 4. So
They run into each other.
yeah.
Arwen is like
These
In-
men.
Following the path straight ahead, Tinel, you see that path that curves to the left. The smoke is keeping pace with you all. Gorge, the rats just running and running and running. There are 4 different pathways, one leading left, one diagonal left, one leading right, and one diagonal right. You have about 20 seconds before the smoke reaches you. I am going to ask either Tinel, Anna Maria, or Tariel to make the decision on where to go next.
Must go faster. Must go faster.
Can I go into my womb? Like, can I mentally, like, because the child led me here. Can I ask the child?
Yeah, you 100% can.
Yeah.
This is
Would
dope.
we side note, would we know the oath that Arwen swore at all? Like,
No,
No?
you would not.
Yeah.
okay.
But I
This
think
is-
Tinel's gonna put her faith in Arwen here.
Yeah. Well, we have to
Oh,
find
you're
the sword
muted,
now.
Charlotte. Sorry.
18.
Tariel's got
18.
nothing.
I have 18 with 2 d6s. What was the check?
Okay. So you
Was this
you
the-
beat. Sorry, I was gonna have you make an insight check, but you beat it regardless. And
Well,
with
I have
2
another
sixes.
one. Hang on.
Oh,
Get it, bury it.
23.
Yeah.
wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice,
Okay.
nice.
With a 23, you hear a voice inside your head telling you to go left. You also hear another voice in your head telling you to go left.
I don't have time to interrogate that. I go left.
You're going left. Okay. Arwin, you take 4 points of damage as in moving through this portion on the left, your shoulder catches on a jagged piece of something, unclear what it is, but it tears through the leather, and you all see this gash appear on Arwin's riding clothes and armor as the blood begins to trickle down her leg. You would also begin to see the rats, the 2 rats that are there, start to begin to bob and weave left and right on the on either side of the wall, almost as if you like tossed a bouncy ball down a long corridor and it bounced off of each wall. They're like left, right, bing, bang, boom, bang. And you begin to see other rats begin to sort of like creep out of these holes that they are seemingly going into. And you hear that kind of like weird, creepy, crawly noises that you would recognize as other creatures beginning to stir as something behind you begins to follow.
Go faster.
Cool. Excellent.
Let's go faster.
All of you make
Let's go faster.
athletics. Yeah, make athletics checks for me in this next portion.
Oh my god.
This is so much fun.
Gandalf with a 6.
Gandalf too.
Oh, okay, that's 2 Gandalfs there.
No Gandalfs, no 6s, but I am at 18, so that's
18. Okay, that's a pass.
24,
Arwin?
more than doubled it.
24 Beery. Arwin.
19.
Fantastic.
Oh,
I
Twins and
imagine
Elrond
that
pass as well.
Beery like saw the smoke begin to coalesce behind us all, and it was like, whoa! It is now
Yeah.
like heading into a sprint phase.
Yeah, this is the anime where they're running and it's not legs, it's just that little
Uh-huh.
circular
Wheel.
cloud of dust.
Sonic the
Yeah.
Hedgehog. Just
Yeah. Gotta go fast.
Mhm.
Okay. None of you take damage from the smoke as the hands, the green hands, begin to lash onto you or try to lash onto you. You take no damage and they do not slow you down. You are now met with another crossroads as you see both a right and a straight direction. Arwin, you are still in front. You can still call upon all of the internal abilities you may have. You can lean on the others if you are feeling tired or whatever the case may be.
Well, because I guess I do have a question. I'm sort of rolling
Yeah.
with the same stats that I had when
Yeah.
I was like a week pregnant. or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Sort of like, where am I at sort of endurance wise right now? Because like adrenaline is doing a lot for me. I don't actually know how many months pregnant I am.
Right. So you do not know how many months pregnant you are. You are also an elf with a human elf hybrid. So at this point, you've got exactly 2 instances of this happening previously. Very unclear to you. Remind me again, is your total HP, is it 26, 28?
26, yeah.
26. Okay. So you woke up at half health. So you have 13 total health. You took 4 points of damage from the thing, from the cut you took. What are you attempting to do in this moment as you lead the group?
Okay, I think because the smoke is quite like near us, yeah.
The smoke is gaining on you behind you. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do something perhaps a little risky.
This is usually how we end our sessions, and it turns into chaos. So by all means,
Let's go.
just because I think I'm gonna risk something to get more information.
Okay.
I'm asking the child. I'm reaching out to this internal wisdom. I also call upon Varda.
Yeah. I don't know. She'll hear you down here.
Okay. Okay.
Understanding that I did what I did, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just, we're just here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
take that risk. Because like to also get a sense of distance, because
Sure.
I need to know whether or not to just hold and stand the ground.
Got it.
Because
Go ahead and make.
because even like elf or not, I don't think I can run forever.
You can't. Go ahead and roll me another. What did we say? This was an insight check.
Okay.
And with calling upon Varda, I'll give you favor on that. So roll 2d12s, take the higher of the two.
Oh.
Actually, could
Beery's
I
got something.
spend a fellowship point?
Yeah, you can absolutely spend a fellowship point.
And pretty much of like, Beery's got his shield up and he's looking at this wall of just like green hands. And that's how he's gonna.
Your mic peaked.
her.
Do you mind screaming that slightly smaller? Because your mic peaked. We didn't hear you at all.
Oh yeah,
Would it be
that's just coming. No, it'd be fine. It'd be perfect. Just a lot of like, hurry.
Okay, go ahead.
What does a fellowship point do?
So a fellowship point allows you to, before the roll, add an extra d6 to your roll. So roll one extra d6 than what you would normally do.
Okay, so I have favor and I have an extra d6. Okay.
You do.
6 on the d12, 9 on the d12. Okay, so 9. So
Okay,
I have
so 9 total.
4 d6s now. Okay.
Mhm,
9.
mhm.
That's a 6. Okay. Okay. 9 plus 6 is 13. Okay.
9 plus 6 is 15.
That's 15.
15 plus 6 is 21. That's
21.
2. Plus 5. I'm not making this up. Plus 5 is 26. Plus 1 is 27.
Yeah.
Plus 1 is 27.
Nice.
With a 27, Arwin, the twinkle of something silver catches your eye as Beery's hand torch reveals Anduril laying there on the ground 50 feet in front of you.
Oh, so close yet so far.
You are also going to take an additional 8 points of damage.
No,
what?
That's gonna knock her out.
From the mental strain.
Oh,
I'm down to 1.
Yes, you are.
welcome. Yes.
Ah.
Welcome.
Do I have a sense if the boar can run faster than me?
The boar cannot run faster than you.
Okay, we're here. Okay. In TTRPG time, how many rounds away is 50 feet?
Right. So
get to it.
Combat works a little bit differently, and strictly speaking, this is a kind of combat, but you are trying to outrun something that has the same speed as you all, if not more. So here's what I will ask. You're about 50 feet from the sword.
Okay.
Anything you and this party can do in the next few seconds to get to that sword can be done. You have that moment now to decide, but I'm going to hold you to a specific amount of time to decide what to do. The rest of the party can weigh in as you let everyone know that the sword is there.
So
Yeah.
Arwin lets us know that they see it. Okay. I got
Zach,
something.
you raised your hand so politely.
I, with a quick look down to Beery, throw him.
Yes.
Yes.
Toss him.
Yes.
Toss the door.
He was about to do something very different, and we're like,
Oh, no.
He gives a nod back, like, yeah, we're on the same page.
Athletics.
He was gonna
checks,
just
both
like
of you.
hold his ground and stop.
Athletics checks. I want both of you to make athletics checks.
Oh no!
Excellent. Excellent.
Okay.
Varda's helping. Come on.
I got a 20. I got a 21 with a 6. I beat it by 9.
Woo!
Hey.
Also, exactly a 29.
Oh, I
I
was 21.
Power
That's even better.
Oh, sorry, I got a 29.
Yeah,
I
nice.
love
Sweet.
the imagery, like slow motion, like Arwin sees the sword. No, like then just eats shit, just falls, it hits the ground, belly and all, sack of potatoes, and a second later, Beery goes sailing over her head in a perfect arc through the darkness.
Like, what's that image? Is it of like David and God? Like,
yes. Yes. Well, did you see in the latest Guardians of the Galaxy? There's a shot where they like it's that comedy level,
Exactly.
just
Beautiful.
maybe like Hallowith's finger pointing after him or something. Tinel and Tori all watching these go.
Chariots of fireplace in the
Perfect arc.
background. Da, 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 da. All right.
Oh. All right, so here we are.
Green hands reaching for him.
Yeah.
Can't believe the things you people make me narrate. All right.
It's beautiful.
So,
Cinematic.
the rest of you. Elrond, Eladon, Elro here, Gorge, the rats, the many rats that are now here.
They all put like there's all as one. All their heads.
Like you ever seen an anime where there's that reaction?
Yes.
Yeah. There's that reaction shot in every anime. Oh, and it's just the people in the audience during the tournament arc. Like, I can't believe they just did that.
I feel like we're all suddenly in a Pixar scene. With just
Yes, yeah.
This is God,
Beery
is
through
this
the air.
Is this Inside Out where Bing Bong is just like, oh no.
Oh, Bing Bong.
Oh.
All right. Here's what I'm gonna say happens. Hallowith.
Mm-hmm.
He gets some distance.
Oh.
He
He's
gets some
going
distance.
the distance.
He's going
Beery.
Going
speed.
for sword.
Oh, there we go. Okay. there we go.
You look, realistically, from a physics perspective, there's no way you're getting thrown that far. However, you both roll really well. And Hallowith's taught you a thing or two about being nimble. And you just saw this beautiful elven lady do these acrobatic moves. And you kind of realize midway through, you can tumble your way faster if your body just in that same way that, like, you ever seen videos of people like falling down a mountain while skiing? Their body just becomes limp, but they're going faster and faster and faster. There's almost this little decline in the roadway on this path.
It's like
You
a ski jump.
The greatest of
Yeah.
dwarven sports is drinking. And when you biff it while inebriated, you somehow your joints, everything's kind of liquid. So I think he's going to tap into that a little bit.
I don't
Okay.
think that physics applies to elves or drunk dwarves. I think
Right.
that's the
Not the
science,
normal
right?
kind, which is why I'm even allowing this to happen. Let's keep it grounded, though, just for the sake of my own sanity. Because, Beery, I would like you to describe what happens as, from a cinematic point of view, the camera focuses in on the clump of dirt that puffs up over your face, as the camera then rack focuses to show Andúril, Flame of the West, discarded on the ground, coming into focus within arm's reach. What do you do?
And it is it's not a bundle of scraps and shards. It is forged.
It is reforged.
And Beery has no idea what the hell this thing is, does he?
Not a clue. But
Oh my God.
if you would like to, I'll allow you to make an insight check, because Hallowith just threw you
It's got to be important.
towards
I was
a
about to say,
He
thing.
knows it's important.
Yeah, I was about to say,
You
if
know
we're
it's important. You know it's
we're
important.
mind linked, it's like that now.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
So in that case, here's what I'm going to do. Beery,
Okay.
make an insight check. And I'm going to allow you to add another D6 to this roll using the power of telepathy. This is the equivalent of the help action.
Okay.
Not much more chaos than I. What do you got?
It's short by one.
It's short by 1. Okay. So here's what I'm going to say. What happens?
Yeah, go ahead, Dawn.
No,
I'm sorry. This is just too much for Max right now.
No, you're fine. You're fine. So
It's wild.
What I was asking for in that moment is your sense of urgency in
Yes.
realizing how important this is, how fast you can move to grab it. It's not quite fast enough, because as your hand grabs the pommel, you watch as a green tinted boot stands on the blade edge, and you look up and you see a very angry, tall skeleton with a crown upon its head. And that is where we are going to end tonight's episode of the Unpredicted Party.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hey Don,
Sure.
how's that one
How's that
guest
one- that
one
one
session
guest
guest
episode arc
appearance
going?
going, Don?
You knew that was never going to
Never.
happen.
Never.
You knew.
Oh my god.
My heart.
I was non-consensually thrown.
It's-
There was a little. I looked down to just give a check.
Well, he thought he understood the plan. Like, yeah, let's do this, pal. Like, I thought we were gonna like hold off the line, you know. And
Grabs
Oh.
the lapels of your shirt and just chucks you.
he gets hit.
I do love
tossed.
the thought of Barry being like, "Let's like stand ground and do this."
You and me, however.
Fully out of frame. Anna Maria, thank you so much for joining
Yes.
us in what was probably a more chaotic episode than normal chaos.
Totally fine.
I don't think it is. It really isn't.
I could
This is
really
pretty
only
sta-
think of the wedding, the Grima wedding episode that
pretty
really
standard.
solidifies.
Yeah.
You describing that was crazy. I was like, what are you saying to me right now?
It's been like that ever since, I feel like. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, it's gotten a little bit ridiculous. Thank you all so much for joining us in this ridiculousness. We will be back 2 Fridays from now, 7 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, and then 7 a.m. that next Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Make sure you are leaving a like, make sure you are subscribing, leave a review if you feel so inclined. It really does help us. Anna Maria, your thoughts before we get to the Patreon Unpredicted After Party as all of this comes to a resounding middle.
Love a resounding middle. No, this was just such a delight. I don't know. I do encourage everybody to leave a review. I think we need joy in the world now than ever. And the more reviews people leave, the more other folks can find out about the amazing storytelling that this whole gang is engaging in. This is the most fun I've had in forever. This is only the second time I've been able to play D&D because I've been DMing for so long.
Yay!
Love it.
The rest of you are fired. Anna Maria, you're my new marketing agent. Thank you all so much for
That's
joining.
fair. That's fair.
We'll see you all in 2 weeks. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.